Hello and welcome back to P&B's Wide World of Ports. This video is going to be highlights from day 3 and 4 of my Poland trip. Our first stop on day 3 was Proem's Education Center. We were given a tour of the school, but I didn't film because classes were in session. But they offer a Bible-based education for preschool, elementary, junior high, and high school. They had 489 students enrolled last year. From there, we went to the Proem Help Center in Tomaszów. It's a 47-room hotel that they purchased in 2022 to house Ukrainian refugees. This is Maui, the founder of Proem Ministries. He's explaining to us how they made the offer on this hotel on faith before any of the donations came in. The tour consisted of the former bar area that they've refurbished, the very nice dining facilities, and one of the rooms that they provide for the residents. Across the courtyard, they showed us their counseling center. And connected to the counseling center is Proem's coffee shop. This is open to pretty much anyone who wants to come in, and they provide free coffee and snacks. The weather was great, so our guide Noah took us to a nearby mall on foot. The mall we went to was very much like an American mall, except it had a couple of grocery stores in it. When we got back to the camp, we had another delicious meal and then went on a tour of the campus. That afternoon, we got to check out a convenience store that was once a synagogue. And right next to it was a local art gallery. Day 4 began with a Proem ministry meeting, and then we were off to Piotrków to see another one of the churches that was started by Proem. This church is actually in an old prison building.
This was yard. So that's where they would exercise. There's a guard tower still up here, right there. The top floor where we have our church building was death room. So there were very small cages up there, cells, for people who were living on death row.
This upstairs area used to all be prison cells. Hi, this is Future Patrick, back from the trip. I just wanted to jump in here real quick. This is a little segment that I like to refer to as Polish lessons from a guy who speaks English. Polish is a very complicated language. In fact, I think I speak probably less Polish now than before I went on the trip. And here's why. This is the name of our next destination on this road trip. So these are, for the most part, letters that are used in the English language. They just have a few extras, like the little slashy thing in the L and the accent mark over the O and the Z, but how hard can it be, right? So phonetically speaking, one would have a pretty good idea of how to pronounce this from an English-speaking standpoint, but they would be wrong. Let's say this one together. Łódź. I think I better stick to English. The next church we visited was in Łódź. This one, ironically, used to be a pole dance studio. Upstairs from the sanctuary is their classroom area. Not far from the church in Łódź is Piotrków Street, which is the longest commercial street in Europe. It's 4.2 kilometers or 2.61 miles long. We only had about 45 minutes here, so I filmed what I could in that short amount of time. It was a tiring day for sure. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more videos in Poland, and of course, more cruising adventures.
He's calling you old.